Hey guys, welcome back to the Game Replay. I'm DavetheUsher. The game we're playing is Final Fantasy X-2 HD Remaster for the Sony PlayStation 3. Good stuff. We're checking out the Maechen High Road, and then we're checking out the Mushroom Rock Road. A lot of roads, right? And that led us here to the Youth League headquarters, it seems. You know, we've seen Clasco, Elma, and Captain Lucille. Can't be too far off, right? This Maechen guy, the leader of the Youth League, is around as well. Of course, at the headquarters. The headquarters we're gonna go up and check out, seems, yeah? Good stuff. Okay, take the lift up. Yeah, remember folks, this lift was busted at the end of Final Fantasy X. There was no returning to the battle site, the big battle site against Sin that the Crusaders fought during Operation Maechen. You can kind of see, it's an interesting view right here. Was I able to explore all of that area over there? You know, I don't think I was. I think I was kind of automatically cut over right before that mission was complete, you know, running the gauntlet. Anyway, we'll check that out on our way back. For now, what's over here? Ah, looks the same. Seems the same so far, but let's turn that corner.
This is Youth League headquarters. The Youth League was formed a year ago by people who opposed New Yevon. Its members claim that in the hands of New Yevon, Spira would only repeat its past mistakes. Their leader is a former Crusader named Nuge. Apparently he earned quite a reputation among the Crusaders.
Alright, look at... okay, kids, get out of here. Look at this site. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it, the old battle site, but things have changed quite a bit. That's a big tent. It's a big circus tent there. Oh, and, yeah, just like before, if you go way too far, you're led outside. Oh, man, the cannons are even kind of still there. Maybe some of the cannons haven't even moved. They look kind of the same. Save sphere here. Saving's always a nice thing to do. You never know when a save can be a good save. And I demonstrate that here and there. I usually save at the beginning and ends of all parts. Well, pretty much the ends. The ends are the beginnings. Anyway, okay kids, I get it. Take that! And that! Look out! I almost hit you! I'm trying to train! Out of my way! We have young Youth Leaguers. If I can swing my sword 500 times, I'll be just like the big guys. This sure is heavy. Hey, you aren't Lady Yuna, are you? Nah, that's impossible. And this guy with his gun! The Youth League has many enemies. We can't let our guard down. Right now, we're in the middle of planning our next operation. Outsiders like you shouldn't be loitering. Maechen Nuge is busy making preparations for our fight against New Yevon. The Youth League has many enemies. Can't let our guard down. Alright there, guy. Alright, well, you can see Captain Lucille in the back there. But she's not a captain anymore, right? Well, we'll see. No point of... nothing's out here. I don't know. These little pathways. Oh, right, I was taken back to the other screen before I venture on. There was like a pathway over here, but... what is... that's kind of weird, right? Oh, here we go. God, that's... oh, there it is. I thought there was something suspicious. Ha-ha! Yes! Score! And I scored. Score, indeed. The Restless Sleep Garment Grid. Want me to check it out real quick? Yeah. Okay. There it is. Restless sleep. Great imbued with the power sleeping poison. Alright, so the equip, the proofness, and the touchness. There you are. Yeah, you know what? That's kind of a cool one. Might play around with that. Yeah, some are cool, some are neat, but, you know, we really haven't collected any yet that are like, oh man, okay, this is heavy. This is some major good stuff. I'm gonna be using this for the rest of the game, pretty much. Yeah, we haven't come across, like, one of those yet. Not yet, I don't think so. But we will. I think we will. Soon? Sure, maybe. Our officers are currently in conference within. Please do not disturb them. Maechen Nuge is such a fearless warrior that he's been called the Death Seeker. Studying Spira's true past has opened my eyes to Yevon's crimes. Our officer's currently in conference. Don't disturb him. So I guess there's a point to some of these little nooks and things that stick out sometimes. These kids are really bugging me, man. Ugh. Alright, who haven't we talked to? Oh, there's these people. Whoa! Flag's in the way. I am the inspector's assistant. We travel together throughout Spira, examining machines delivered by the faction. He has not yet mastered your tongue, but he is quite skilled at his job. It is, how do you say, arm inspection. Inspect Machina delivered to Youth League. Oof, so many Machina weapons delivered for Youth League. For something terrible is war with New Yevon. Yes, war with New Yevon. And those flags can really get in your way. The Crusaders disbanded once the calm came, so I joined the Youth League. Commander Lucille is Maechen Nuge's right hand. She commands all of the League's troops. The Maechen is something of a lone wolf. Running an organization like this really isn't up his alley. Well then, maybe we can get some answers about what's going on here with the Youth League. Talk to Lucille? Yeah, let's check it out.
It's been too long, Lady Yuna. I am Lucille, commander of the Youth League forces.
It's good to see you.
Hiya! I am glad to find you well. As you can see, I have joined the Youth League to aid in the fight for a new Spira. I consider it my duty. Maechen Nuge, our leader, has been hoping for an audience with my lady for some time. Unfortunately, he is planning a mission of great import and will be occupied well into the night. I am terribly sorry, but I must ask that you return another day.
Oh, it's no trouble.
My apologies.
The Youth League's looking for spheres too, right?
Yes, knowledge of the past is the key to the future, so says the Maechen. It is with these words in mind that we seek the spheres of yore. The mission we are planning also revolves around a sphere, but I am sorry. I had best say no more. It is not a matter to be discussed openly.
No, I suppose not.
My apologies.
There sure do seem to be a lot of weirdos around here.
The Youth League is a motley bunch. Some members certainly have, questionable pasts. Just the other day, a very valuable sphere was stolen almost as soon as we discovered it.
The Thief League?
No, few here would go that far. Most of us are very devoted. We work hard with Maechen Nuge towards our goal of building a new Spira. But the Maechen insists that none be turned away, and so the occasional bad seed does slip through. Unfortunately. but I can think of nothing more heartening than were the Lady Una to join our cause. That would do the League much good. I'm very sorry.
Oh, are you now?
I'm very sorry.
So folks, it looks like we cannot go inside the big tent, which is quite upsetting. Oh well, I guess that's all there is to do here at the Youth League. It was quite interesting coming back. Oh, of course I'm not leaving yet, folks. Haha, of course I saw him sitting there. Yeah, who? Who am I talking about? I'm talking about this guy. The old guy, the guy who knows it all, folks. It's Maechen. Where did he come from? He really must have just showed up and sat down while we were talking to Lucille there, because he wasn't here before. Oh, Maechen, it's so good to hear you. Got any more stories to share with us? You know, I have a feeling you do.
Why, Lady Una, I believe it's been fully 2 years. This calls for a celebration. Perhaps you'd like to hear a story.
By all means, of course.
These past 2 years have been truly tumultuous. With sin defeated and Yevon's terrible deception exposed for all to see, it is safe to say Spira was in a state of upheaval. But it is precisely times such as these that often inspire the greatest good. For you see, out of the chaos arose a desire to forge Spira anew. And from this noble desire was born a search for truth, championed by people called the Seekers. The Seekers sought out and attempted to set right Spira's history, long concealed and warped by the temples. They looked for lessons in that history, lessons to lead Spira into a new age. The Seekers scoured Spira for ancient spheres hidden in nooks and crannies over the ages. They studied the images recorded in those spheres, for they hoped to find within clues to the true nature of Spira's past. Over time, the search for spheres grew quite popular. Some even pursued it as a profession. They, of course, are the sphere hunters, the good, the bad, and the ugly. To be sure, the majority are interested only in the excitement and adventure of it all. But it is doubtful they comprehend the gravity of the search for truth. Very doubtful.
Doubtful?
Doubtful indeed. Where was I? The founder of the Seekers was a man by the name of Tremor. Before the fall of sin, Tremor had been a priest in the orders of Yevon. With the Seekers, he had the perfect means of revitalizing Spira, or so one would have thought. But then, just 1 short year ago, Tremor founded yet another organization, the New Yevon Party. It was all quite sudden. He took the many spheres collected by the Seekers and hoarded them all to himself. Naturally, this angered those who had hoped to use the spheres as a key to unlock Spira's past. What awoke in Tremor's heart that drove him to do this, none can say, save Tremor himself. I should very much like to ask him. But sadly, he has vanished. New Yevon would not release its spheres, yet surprisingly, a great number of people rallied to its cause. Their motto was, one thing at a time. It worked to great effect. It played on people's fears of the rapid changes sweeping over Spira. It gave them something to cling to. But there were others who still harbored ill will toward the name of Yevon. And the man who united them? It was none other than Nuge, the Maven, that is, leader of the Youth League. Nuge was a member of the Crusaders. He is a powerful man, once renowned for his fearlessness in battle. His interest in history led him to devote himself to the Seeker's cause. With them, he worked to collect spheres, but in the end, New Yevon would share them with no one. Repulsed by what New Yevon had done, Nuge gathered like-minded people and formed the Youth League. Drawing its support mainly from Spira's younger generation, the League soon matched New Yevon in size. As the organization grew, so did the responsibilities of its leader. I came here hoping to speak with Maven Nuge, but he is busy in meetings, and I was turned away at the door. Pity. Looking at all the young people gathered here to take part in the League's endeavors, I must say, I'm quite envious. So much energy, so much time. While I, on the other hand, have grown weary with the passing of many years. I travel Spira, gathering knowledge, only to have it slip my mind a moment later. Just between you and me, I don't even remember how old I am. Oh, might I ask you one small favor?
What is it?
I'd like to shake your hand, if it's not too much trouble. To touch just once the hand that defeated sin and saved all Spira.
Of course!
Oh, thank you. Now this old scholar can go in peace.
Don't say that.
Your hand.
Is something wrong?
No, it is nothing. Lady Yuna, you have my thanks.
Oh, man, and you thought he went on and on and on before. You ain't heard nothing. Huh. Maechen, man, he was telling a lot of interesting tidbits. It may not seem like it now, but, well, at least partly it may not seem like it now, but yeah, he touched upon a lot of interesting stuff there. And, oh man, he just rambles on and goes on. Okay, quick folks, real quick. Not about the game, but about how to play the game and how to get all the completion and the percentage, all that stuff. You know, 100% of the story and all that stuff. What you have to do, folks, is basically don't interrupt them. Don't click on anything at all. Don't interrupt Maechen. You know, don't tell him to stop, of course, but don't tell him to go on even, because you don't want to interrupt him. You don't want to stop him. So just let him go and go and go, boppity bop, just like I did. Let him get to the end. Then finally, when he wants to shake Yuna's hand, shake his hand. Good stuff. He's kind of freaking out though. Like he's not himself. Well, I don't really know what he's really like himself. I don't know though. He seems a little different there. What's going on with you, Maechen?
Perhaps you'd like to hear a story.
Uh-oh. By all means.
These past 2 years have been truly tumultuous. With sin defeated and Yevon's terrible deception exposed for all to see, it is safe to say Spira was in a state of upheaval. But it is precisely times such as these that often inspire the greatest good. For you see, out of the chaos arose a desire to forge Spira anew. And from this noble desire was born a search for truth, championed by people called the Seekers. The Seekers sought out and attempted to set right Spira's history, long concealed and warped by the temples. They looked for lessons in that history, lessons to lead Spira into a new age. The Seekers scoured Spira for ancient spheres, hidden in nooks and crannies over the ages. They studied the images recorded in those spheres.
Go on.
Where was I? The founder of the Seekers was a man by the name of Tremor. Before the fall of sin, Tremor had been a priest in the orders of Yevon. With the Seeker...
enough. We heard it.
Oh, pity.
So, folks, well, that's pretty much happens if you even say, please go on during the middle of it, because it still kind of cuts them off, and of course, you know, just saying enough is a total cutoff.
Perhaps you'd like to hear a story?
Well, if it's something new, but anything but that right now, Bri.
Oh, pity.
I don't think... No, it's not a problem for me to select those answers after doing what I did and listen to the whole thing. So, you know, because I listened to the whole thing and I shook his hand, it doesn't matter afterwards if you cut him off. And if I'm wrong about that, please let me know. Okay, thanks. So I guess that's all to do here.
I'm very sorry.
You're not sorry. You know, is it just me, or is Lucille always kind of like standing in our way and blocking our path to certain areas? You guys know what I mean? Seriously though, tell me if cutting him off at any point is bad, even after he, you know, says everything. Even after that fact, because I would hate to have screwed something up there. So yeah, folks, this is the Youth League. This is the Youth League headquarters, and it's pretty interesting, right? So there is nothing left to do here. Pretty much, you know, not entirely true. We are gonna have to walk back out of here. It won't be, oh God. I got turned around. It won't be that bad, really, walking out of here. Yeah, look at that. You just kind of, you tap the button slightly. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes the game kind of puts you in certain angles that, I don't know. If you don't pick your finger up off the analog, you might accidentally backtrack. That one wasn't really a big-time example of what I'm talking about. Oh, down below, though. Down below on the Mushroom Rock Road. That is a big one. So, folks, this is Chapter 1 of the game. And this is pretty much what we're doing for the most part. Before we check out the other hotspot, it's kind of checking out all of Spira and seeing what's happened, you know? Who's grown? What's changed? Please, proceed. The Youth League headquarters is at the top of the lift. Commander Lucille is there, as good as ever. Alrighty then. That's all I'm doing here. So then, this will take me down here. Aha! Something seems amiss. I feel like I'm cut off. Have I been? From the area up top. Oh well. No, swordplay, ice brand. Yeah, these red elementals are almost a little obnoxious, aren't they? I've been dealing with them for like a couple parts now. I want to go home. I haven't been to the airship in a while, have we, folks? Well, that might change. Who knows? Maybe some stuff's about to go down airship style, eh?
I'm gonna miss you.
It would be cool to see our old airship, though. You think Sid's around somewhere? He's got his hands on that, baby. He's piloting that one. Maybe it's out of commission. Can't be that many airships around.
No problem.
I don't think we really know how many's out there. It could be just two. Hey man, Yuna's airship might be the only working one right now. I'm trying to think about it. I don't think there's any other airships in this game. Yet you would think LeBlanc would have one, wouldn't you? I mean, those LeBlanc goons kind of move about and around Spira pretty quickly. It makes you kind of wonder, doesn't it? I'm thinking. I'll do a couple of things work in Spira here with a couple things, regarding a couple things. You know, sometimes I think about this, actually, folks. Remember, Lulu said in the first game, first Final Fantasy X game, the dead need guidance. Do we have summoners at all? Yeah, summoners get those aeons, they battle Sin, they do all that sort of thing. But what about the sending?
Well done, please.
And yeah, sometimes my memory's a little rusty with this game, a little rusty. And then, of course, I see the scene, I'm like, oh, of course, how could you forget? Sometimes. But, yeah, man, who's doing the sending? We still have fiends, right? We still have people dying. People die. Don't we need to send them? You gotta be a summoner to do the sending, right? How does that work now? Do we address that in this game? Ah. It's nice to be a little rusty. Up. You got one of those elementals, Riku. Oh. The sending. You see, the thing is, in Final Fantasy X-2, we don't focus on death so much, you know? The spiral of death. God, oh man. In Final Fantasy X, I mean, there was a lot of death in that game, wasn't there? Death was an important role. Hey, you know a place we haven't been to? The Far Plane. Yeah, death has its role in this game. Death has its role in this game. Oh man, could you imagine going to the Far Plane? Well, of course we're going to be going to the Far Plane. What would stop us? Why couldn't we go there? Because it's in Guado Salam? Hey, wait a minute. The Guado. Ooh, where are the Guado at right now? Remember, at the end of the last game, we kind of left the Guado in an interesting shape. You know, they were kind of, well, vulnerable / depressed about everything that's been going on, you know, regards to Seymour. Remember Trommel? Yeah, these guys are just kind of on my case a little here. Where are some eye drops? I'm a little annoyed here.
This'll help.
But yet we have not been to Guado Salam yet. We're kind of coming up on it. A little bit after,
I'm ready for more.
Jose and, the Moonflow, of course. We finally get over to Guado Salam, and then, of course, the Thunder Plains, and then, you know, boppity bop. You know the routine. You know how the pathway works. Up. Going up here. Actually, you know what? A little white magic from Pain. Oh, wow. Those status ailments. Look at that. Look what's on Pain. We're not used to this. So we gotta go here. Get out an eye drop. There you go, Pain. Just squirt that in your eyes. And you're all better, of course. Have some eye drops. Oh, it's this guy. But yeah, folks, the Guado, of course. Whoop! Do you think it's a coincidence that we haven't seen the Guado at all yet in this game? No, really, think about it. The places we've been to. Have we seen a single Guado? A single Guado, especially Luca. There's always everything at Luca. No, we haven't. Could this mean something, folks? Yeah. Like I talk about, you know, we're seeing what's changed here in Spira. The Guado could all be just holed up over at Guado Salam. Hey, maybe we can't get in there. Did I mention I play pretty much spoiler-free walkthroughs? It depends. Okay. Oh, it depends on the game, I suppose. And Final Fantasy games, of course, I kind of like to keep things spoiler-free. Oh, I'm getting real sick of these battles now, man. I'm losing my patience. They really do happen often, man.
What's wrong, Cold Feet?
No, I'm losing my patience.
Sorry we have to win.
I'm not.
You know what? I got a great idea. This time, I am out of here. Yeah, we're running. I am running away. I'm at, like, what, level 14? That's good stuff, man. That is good stuff. Yeah, so a tiny chunk of that Mushroom Rock Road was kind of like, cut off there, wasn't it, you know? I don't know if that opens up later. So, at long last, we have been shot back out. Yaibel? I see you've completed the mission. Excellent work, Lady Yuna. The Youth League plans to conduct similar training exercises in the future. I hope you'll be there for our next exercise. Alright, so good stuff. What do you guys think of Yaibel? Yeah, I mean, the voice totally matches the character in this circumstance. I'm member number 3 of Nuge's Elite Guard. There are actually quite a few women who join the League just to be around Nuge. Okay. Finally, we get to go toe-to-toe with New Yevon. The strike orders have been issued. We're to assemble on an island near... oops, that's supposed to be top secret. The Youth League uses the entire length of Mushroom Rock Road as its base of operations. We chose this location to honor the Crusaders who fell during Operation Maechen. Yeah, man, yeah, makes sense. Good stuff. Save sphere over here, folks. I think it's time for a good save and to probably call it a wrap. Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff, folks. Woof. Well, we got a lot done, especially random battle-wise. So many of those guys. Okay, this guy. Mr. Thrust Kick guy. Oh, but wait a minute. Clasco! He's standing over here by himself. Dude, is it just me, or is he gonna jump off? I mean, he's holding his head, he's grabbing his head, he's shaking his head, he doesn't know what to do. I think Clasco is about to commit suicide, folks. And I think we might have to intervene. Maybe. But, before I intervene, before I talk him out of it, I'm gonna call it a wrap right here, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Of course, let me know those comments. Tell me what you think. Don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in description. I'm Dave the Usher for the Game Replay. Stay tuned for the next part of Final Fantasy X-2 HD Remaster. I will see you guys next time. I am out.